Hey, how are y'all doing today? Today I'd like to talk to you about traumatic brain injury and anger. If that's okay with you, then please keep watching. So, after I was shot, I was angry. I feel like you'd be pretty angry when your boyfriend shoots you in the head and leaves you for dead. Before I was shot, I was a kindergarten teacher, and so I really was slow to anger. After I was shot, I don't usually get into a rage. Sometimes I do. It's never against my boyfriend. I forgave him many moons ago, but I still do get angry about what he put me through. The fact that I've had to relearn how to walk, talk, read, and write. I'm angry that who gave you the right to try to murder me? And that's not often that I get that angry. Most of the time, my anger, I can't control it. I start getting angry once I've had a really long day. I start cursing. I cannot use my words properly, and I know that's the time that I have to go to bed, because this is just, it's not worth my mom having to deal with my nonsense of anger and frustration. When I'm talking to children or friends about traumatic brain injury or what my boyfriend did, if they have something to say, I usually can say that pretty loving. But the moment that someone comes at me in a way that I see as ugly, I guess, I have a switch and I start cursing and I start threatening. To give you an example, someone was they weren't being really mean, but they were being pretty ugly about how fast or how long it was taking me to do grocery shopping. And I told her that she needed to suck it up and go to another lane, because I'm having to relearn how to do everything and I want to do it by myself. And she kind of scoffed and got ugly with me. I said, do you want to come on? Do you want to do this? Because I have no problem doing this. Keep in mind, I have never gotten into a fight. I don't ever want to go in a fight. But with my traumatic brain injury, it's like I'm constantly like, oh, you want to do this? You want to go today? Let's do it. I don't want it. I don't want to fight. I don't want to be ugly. I don't want to be angry. But with my traumatic brain injury, that's where I go. By the way, this is my mom's dog, Shelby. Um, sorry if she comes to see us, but you know, she's needy, just like my dog. So, you know, unfortunately, that's another thing that I cannot help. I quite literally cannot help but being angry sometimes. And I'm thankful that it's not that often that I do that, but it does happen. You know, I can't control the situation. Being in a traumatic brain injury, you never know what you're gonna get. I've heard of people crying a lot. I've heard, I was watching a documentary about traumatic brain injury, and there was a gentleman who, when he would cry at anything, being frustrated or anything, he would laugh instead. And during this interview, he was laughing so hard, and you knew that he was so sad and so broken by the experience. My traumatic brain injury, I laugh when it's inappropriate to laugh. I thankfully I can snap it off pretty quickly. But you know, I laugh, and I know that I mean, it's something I can't help. And you know, it's something that I can't help. So this is what I'd like to say. This is what I wanted to tell you about today. So I'll be talking to you next week. Bye.